Good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. My name is Katie O, and this is Mama Musings. Welcome back to my living room for another astrology people for today, the 25th of September, 2021. We are in a waning gibbous moon in the sign of Taurus until tomorrow. And it transits to the sign of Gemini. How delightful. So today, I'm wearing my beautiful pajamas. First of all, because they're really soft and beautiful. They were a gift for my birthday, and I love them. And they're soft, and they're yellow, and they've got little rainbows, and little suns, and little moons, and little tigers on them. It's freaking wonderful. And there's little plants here, and they say, what does it say? I am worthy, right? And the little tigers, they say, I have courage, all right? I think it's very important, all right? Especially because when I started looking at the astrology, all I heard was, dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 when I want you. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream. So, a couple of days ago, we talked about the lullaby. We talked about this song, things happening in the darkness, all of that wonderful stuff. Well, today is an integration day. Okay, we are, yeah, dream, dream, dream. Okay, dream, dream, dream. Ooh. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream. Okay, take it as you will, my friends. Dream, dream, dream. Okay, first and foremost, we have the moon opposite Venus. Integration. Again, this is integration. We have been, for a long time, having this evolution of what it is to be feminine, of what it is to deal with shadow energy, what it is to deal with receiving energy. All of this stuff with regards to our Venusian energy, our creativity, our beauty, our love, our commitments, our relationships, money, all of these things. Venusian energies are now being integrated. So what's happening here is we have an opposition, right? So Venus and the moon are pulling opposite one another, tug of war. So we are, the Taurus moon is being called to embrace love or bust. All right. Taurus can be a really difficult energy. And in the past couple of months, I feel like we've been struggling with Taurian energy because it can be really tough love. But now Venus is coming in and going, pull your horns in there, bull. It's time to move back towards the beautiful, feminine, nurturing energy that you are meant to be. Okay. Nobody ever create, like, the universe did not create bulls to fight, right? They didn't create these creatures solely for a matador to stand in front of them with a red sheet. Bulls have they have a whole subset of things that they should be doing by themselves. And bullfighting is not even one of their natural states. Okay, it's just something that we have created through human expectation. All right, human desire for quelling boredom at any cost. All right, so maybe this is what you're changing right now. Is you're trying to break those ideas about Venusian energy, all right? Break those ideas about femininity, and it's beautiful. All of the aspects today show me this. All of them, every single one of them. All right, the next one we have is the moon in a sextile with Neptune, and this is the dreams are full of answers, right? Neptune is retrograde in the sign of Pisces, which makes it that soothsayer. But I'm feeling with this Taurian moon, remember yesterday, I'm like, even we got these little tigers here with the I have courage, and I am worthy on our little plants right here. It's what did we talk about? We talked about this recently. I can't even remember what day it is. But either way, I think it must have been 2 days ago where we talked about Taurus. Taurus has what it takes, right? Taurus energy it steps up to the plate, right? It has the necessary gusto to be able to actually power through whatever it is that we're going through right now. All right. And right now, the Taurian moon, because it can take some tough criticism, it understands that this soothsayer vibe, this scary prophecy, this dream that we've been having over and over and over again, or this thing that keeps on coming back in cycles. The moon and Neptune have to do with cycles too, my friends. It can be about disillusionment. Our dreams are going to be full of answers. All right. It could be daydreams. It could be dreams while you're sleeping. But especially with the moon here, I'm hearing like, do whatever you have to do in order to make sure that your dreams are as vivid as possible. Like, do your research, my friends. But for some of you, it's going to be, like I suggest turning off your screens tonight before a certain hour and not sitting there in your bed scrolling on Facebook. All right. Turn off your screens at a certain hour. Like, put your phone on airplane mode. Don't eat too late. Don't consume any mind-altering substance too late. If you take sleeping pills or anything like that, sleep aids, try not to take them tonight, because your dreams are going to have some really, really interesting answers, all right? Just do whatever you have to do. The sextile is a beautiful, conducive, healing energy, all right? So you want to be healing this, the Taurus moon is struggling with feeling this love, struggling with integrating this creativity. Look to your dreams for help, okay? Moon is making a square with Jupiter retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, all right? It's the cool uncle that's adopted some really interesting new ideals that we never really thought we'd see him going to a yoga class and buying crystals and things like that. Yeah, he went through a bit of an unhealthy phase doing it where he was like, oh my God, everything is going to heal me. All I need is this crystal. And then he realized, okay, maybe not. They can't hurt, right? But there's other stuff that needs to be done too. So this is it's expanding this Taurus moon. It's taking a new look at this. Venus is pushing and growing it. Okay, the Venusian energies right now are being integrated into our moon, integrated into Taurus, brought more strongly into our present. All right, the feminine energy is at an all-time high. I just heard. Like, it really is. We are feeling more exalted in our femininity than maybe we ever have before, and it's been a long, difficult struggle to get there, but we are getting there. We are doing it. We are actually enjoying this receiving energy. We are actually able to put ourselves out there and not constantly chase everything that we want, but put ourselves out there in a beautiful, fluid way so that we may receive the things that we're searching for. Last but not least, we have the moon making a trine with Pluto. Okay, change. This is, again, the integration of our femininity. A trine is an expansive energy. It's lucky. Okay, so maybe you're feeling very serendipitous. Maybe there's going to be some lucky chance encounters in your path today. Maybe it's just going to be these dreams that you're like, oh my God, I was thinking about Pokemon yesterday. Weird. I'd never thought about it for years and years, and now I'm having a Pokemon dream. I don't know why that example came up, but it did. Maybe you gotta catch them all. I don't know. Either way, there's an integration of our femininity. We're not struggling against it so much as we have been before. We were really, really, really struggling. That Taurus energy for a long time, almost all year, that Taurus energy for us was the hooves in the mud, the not wanting to move, the being that immovable force that the bull can be. But we are integrating the fact that the bull can actually be a beautiful energy. Yeah, and the fact that the bull, yes, had to be the scary steam coming out of its nostrils, pawing at the ground, running as fast as it could towards the matador. But that's only because it was a product of its environment. Guarantee you take that bull out of the ring where it does that bullfighting and put it out in a beautiful field, guarantee you that bull turns into a lovely, soft, happy creature. It might even dance about. Have you ever seen videos of cows being allowed out into the pasture for the first time in a long time? Oh my God. They dance. They jump around. They play like little puppies. It's absolutely adorable. Go check it out. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, so we are reintegrating. We are reimagining this Taurian energy. Okay, I'm going to pull a card of the day from the Tarot de la Nuit. Yesterday, I pulled out my Tarot of Mystical Moments for our Peephole, and I found the Queen of Wands hiding from the Tarot de la Nuit, hiding in the Mystical Moments deck. So I thought, you know what? Clearly, the Tarot de la Nuit has something to say as well. And we were talking about the moon in Taurus. Let's see what the powers that be want to tell us about this moon in Taurus and all of its integration that it's doing right now. Queen of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Queen of Swords yesterday was under the deck. All right, so these boundaries are creating this big, beautiful new Ace of Wands for it. The Ace of Wands is about a fiery new beginning. is about a beginning of a new cycle in passion, in creativity, Venusian energies, yeah. Maybe in sexuality, maybe in love, but either way. Look at this Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords holds that sword that glows. This is like that singing sword. There's a cartoon, I can't even remember what it is. I think isn't it Looney Tunes? Isn't it a Bugs Bunny thing with the singing sword? I think it is. I think it's a Bugs Bunny thing. I've got to write that down. Hold on a second. I'm going to have to look that up. I think it's Bugs Bunny, but either way, it's the singing sword. Look at this girl. She's like, I always thought that the sword could do nothing but cut. I always thought the sword could do nothing but help me slash through my enemies, right? But now when you look at the sword in a different way, it becomes this beautiful tool that does what it needs on its own. You don't even need to manipulate it. It like floats in the air and sings to you. And you're like, weird. I didn't know that swords could do that. Created boundaries. Yes, boundaries are super important, but maybe this is about a little bit of a reimagination of some of those boundaries that we've created because of this new beginning that we're having. Now, this Ace of Wands card, look at this. She's got, it looks very macabre. Yeah, it looks kind of sad and dark. Well, we've been having to muck through our shadows. Yeah, so yeah, we do feel sad. Yeah, we do feel stagnant and monotone. Look how very monochromatic this card is. There's a little bit of it. There's a rose peeking out from behind her ear. There's a little bit of red in here. Yeah. So it's, the world is not completely monochromatic, but we are seeing it as monochromatic. Okay. We've locked up our heart for a long time, and we've not been wanting to create new beginnings. We've not been wanting to embrace this passion, this love, this creativity. I mean, maybe our mind's been wanting to, but our subconscious, our inner being, all of our wounds have kept us from actually truly embracing it, from opening our hearts, from having that heart awakening. All right. But I'm feeling that with this understanding that the sword doesn't just need to cut, it helps us. Maybe it's like once the sword does its own thing, it's actually going to go and sever this lock right off that heart by itself. Yeah. Creating new happy boundaries make the lock on our heart obsolete. Realizing that the sword can sing makes us have a more healthy way of dealing with our heart space that isn't just purely off with their heads, very, you know, the Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland. Okay. We've got release guilt and initiate. Okay, so you've been carrying around a lot of guilt with you. And that's what that sword was. They were creating boundaries based on guilt. Yeah. Almost going like, oh, I'm not going to talk to that person because I'll surely just hurt them again. Or, no, I'm not going to get that job because I'm probably not qualified enough for it. Yeah. Your boundaries before were definitely from the wrong place. So you are having an initiation right now into realizing that those boundaries that you created, maybe they served a purpose in order for you to heal at some point, but they are no longer serving you anymore. It was just 1313 on the video. Death and rebirth, okay? Alignment with this idea of closing a door and opening another. You are going through initiation. The checkered flag is waving. Maybe some of you guys are, it's a race. It's not a race, by the way. I'm hearing it's absolutely not a race. Whatever this checkered flag resonates for you, it's not a race, because look, we have wait and request is the next cards that came out. Wait and request is like you want something to come towards you, right? You've been hoping that your destiny comes and knocks on your door and says, hey, do you want to go for a ride? Yeah. Time has not come yet. We talked about divine timing, I think a little bit yesterday in the Astrology Peephole, but divine timing is absolutely still crucial. Okay. And it's like the world is waiting on you to realize that this sword sings. You've been spending too much time waving it around that the sword itself couldn't get a breath to actually make this one beautiful note that you would go, oh my God, this sword is not just a tool. It's actually a living being that creates beauty in and of itself. Archangel Michael's sword of truth. Yes, it has sharp edges, but it's truth from the divine. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that we have the sword of truth depicted in I mean, I find the court cards, I always look at the sword in the court cards as the sword of truth. When there's only one sword around, even the Ace of Swords is the sword of truth for me. So it's a beautiful thing, and it has a life of its own. And you have to let that life manifest the way that it sees fit. You can't control the sword of truth. it sings and it floats around on its own, and it doesn't need anyone to hold it by the hilt. Okay, so go with the flow and allow these things to happen. All right. Okay, my friends, that's it. That's all for me. I will see you again tomorrow. I'm so sorry for anything you're going through, or if I made you feel a certain way. Thank you for being a beautiful being and lending your energy to this circuit that I hold so dear. Thank you equally to your guides, my guides, the Ascended Masters, angels, and whatever other energy helped us find these beautiful, clear, concise, easily deciphered messages that will find us in timing. Whether it's today, tomorrow, in the near future, or in the distant future, there's messages for us when we find them. These are all timeless. I love you to the moon and stars and to infinity and beyond and back, and I accept this, and I hope you do too. But if not, no stress. All right. Have yourself a wonderful one. Bye.